grew up in El Paso, Texas, and moved to Austin about 5 years ago. So I started getting into woodworking, and my dad and grandfather were both woodworkers, but I knew I needed an educational environment to kind of excel at it. Austin Community College had a woodworking program, and so I moved there to kind of jump into that. And the program covers both cabinet making and furniture making, so it's kind of a two-part program. So the pieces I made so far are definitely dictated by, I think, technique. Right. So I want to learn parquetry, so I made a chessboard, or tapered boxes, so using like a wedge system to carry the whole process through.
Right.
The thing I'm finding I'm enjoying the most is, well, learning from Phil especially, is jig making and kind of that creative process. So maybe not just one technique, but how to achieve it.
Right.
Yeah, as I evolve as a woodworker, my plan is eventually to do commission type pieces of furniture. But education was a big part of my journey, so continuing that, being able to teach would be a huge part of my future. My first job in a woodworking field was at a sawmill, so we milled Texas pecan, black walnut, mesquite. Out of those, probably black walnut would be my favorite to work with, but yeah, little cedar elm too. So mesquite's super dense, pretty hard to work with, it's hard to machine, and yeah, not my favorite. I work out of Austin School of Furniture, so I rent space from them right now, since I have an apartment and I don't have really space to have my own shop. But some of the biggest lessons I've learned is, like, no matter how simple the task, it's learning that the absolute best you can is so important. Like, milling can seem tedious after a while, but if you learn how to mill right, it carries the rest of the process through.
Right.
Sanding, I mean, makes a huge difference in your work. So yeah, just I keep saying I try to be a sponge, no matter what. Like, take in everything you can. Classes I take, why are they placing their hands this way, or what techniques can I learn from the simplest of tasks?